This video is about reducing tension and discomfort in the lower back. The lower back can be a sensitive area to treat due to the muscles being located in a very small space between the floating ribs and the top of the pelvis. The floating ribs and the kidneys both sit in this area, and they're both very sensitive to pressure. We need to make sure that any pain or discomfort that's felt during this treatment feels therapeutic and soothing rather than sharp. Sharp pain may suggest that there is pressure on these sensitive structures rather than pressure on the muscle tissue. If this happens, try adjusting the location of the xMount slightly. I suggest using the rookie attachment for a more broad and soothing pressure. To locate the muscles, feel for the lumbar spine and then feel for the long line of muscle tissue sitting either side of the spine. This is the Erector spinae group. These muscles run all the way up the back, but we'll be focusing on the lower back. We'll treat them one side at a time. Place the xMount at hip height and then lean the Erector spinae muscles into it. Move up and down the lower back between the top of the pelvis and the floating ribs until you find a tender spot. The referral pain may run up and down the back next to the spine. Take some deep breaths here and wait for the referral pain, if there is any, to disappear. And then wait for that local pain to reduce significantly too. You can enhance this technique by tucking your pelvis under into a posterior pelvic tilt and then returning to neutral. Take a step outwards now, just off these larger Erector spinae muscles. Rotate the torso slightly towards the same side being treated, and now lean into the xMount. The compression should be going inwards towards the spine. This is the Quadratus lumborum, and the pain from pressure on this muscle may refer down to the glutes, or it may wrap around to the front of the hip. Do the same process as you've been doing, waiting until that referral pain is gone and the local pain is reduced significantly, and then repeat on the other side. If you don't have your xMount yet, a tennis ball can be used in a similar way. Alternatively, a foam roller can be used to relieve lower back tension, providing it is done very carefully. We need to avoid pressure directly on the spine, and we also need to make sure that our lumbar spine doesn't have an excessive arch in it during this technique. Start by lying on your back with your knees bent and the foam roller nearby. Tilt your pelvis under slightly and use the glutes to lift you up into a glute bridge position. Slide the foam roller underneath the lower back, just above the top of the pelvis, and drop the hips down until the lower back comes into contact with the roller. It is essential that you keep your core engaged for this to prevent an arch in your lower back. Now slowly draw one knee at a time towards the chest and then back down to the ground, alternating legs. This movement will allow the foam roller to go deeper into the lower back muscles. When you're finished, return to the glute bridge position, slide the roller out, and then drop your hips to return to neutral. If you feel any pressure on the spine during this technique, cease the treatment and utilize your xMount or tennis ball instead.